Outside of rolling dice, being confused by numbers, or laughing at your friend's dumb accent they are trying out for their new character, I would say that one of the key parts of any role-playing game is the exploring aspect. After all, you are a group of adventurers, and most likely you're about to go on an adventure. But the question still stands. How do we go about exploring within the rules of the game? In order to make this easy for everyone, I've decided to demonstrate this by inviting a player to the show. Hello. Let's just jump right in. Introductions. As the GM, I'd like to create an atmospheric setting for my players so they feel organically compelled to interact with the world around them. For example, in a tavern. Let's start right there. You, the player. You find yourself in a cozy, warm tavern surrounded by happy, drunk people. You see a barmaid walking around serving drinks, spicy mead, and making inappropriate jokes. Ooh, one of those people. So let's paint this picture together. What do you look like and what are you doing?
Me?
That's okay. First time we roleplay, it can be embarrassing and awkward. Don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be an Oscar-worthy performance. You can just sit there. Okay. Yeah, my character, she just sits there. She's sitting there, drinking beer. No, wine. She's enjoying wine. Fine wine. She's had a hard day at work. At the docks. Yes, because that's right. She's a mariner. She works with boats.
Perfect.
And here's her backstory. Whoa there, hotshot. At first, we can take it cool with the backstory stuff. We'll get into it later. Fine, but she has brown eyes and brown hair, and she's a human. A feisty human. Very nice. So, as you're sitting there enjoying your wine, you notice that the aforementioned barmaid, she's looking at you.
Me?
The curvy barmaid? That's the one. Ooh. Hello? She heads over to you and says, "Hey, you look strong. You want a job? It pays really well." Now, there's a couple of things. She seems great. Let's do it. Oh, okay. But in case you would have wanted to talk to her for like 2 seconds, that would have been a perfect moment to roleplay a little bit. Oh, sure. Yeah, well, okay then. I tell her, "Hello, fair barmaid." The barmaid looks at you, narrowing her eyes. After a closer look, you don't look that strong. Well, look again, I'm the strongest one around. I can fix your job. I'm the strongest one there is, okay? She seems somewhat suspicious of you. How about your roll persuasion? Oh, okay. I have 14 in persuasion. Wow, that's good. In Dragonbane, you want to roll lower than your skill point to succeed, which means that you need to roll between 1 and 14, which is a pretty good chance of succeeding. Ooh, a 12. Very well then, you're hired. Sweet. And with that, we've had our first successful encounter with an NPC, and we made our first roll. So now we can move to a different scenario. We're gonna hit the road, baby, or path in your case, and quite the distance actually, because if you look at this map, it's huge. Oh, suppose your quest is in this location of the map and you're traveling all the way to this side. What do? I'll take my horse and I'll be there in the morning. Whoa, there are rules involved here. Oh, right. In Dragonbane, you travel in shifts, and one day consists of 4 shifts. Either by foot or horseback. Normally, you can only travel 2 shifts per day with small breaks, and if you want to push yourself, you can travel for a 3rd shift, but then you will gain the condition exhausted. Oh no indeed, and this assumes that you don't get lost on your way. Now, there's not a straight way to get to where you're going, so you will have to assign someone in the party to become a pathfinder. Okay, the best one. Well, it's only you here, so it's gonna be you. Okay. Cool. So, you find yourself in the middle of a dark forest. The sun's going down. You left the path a long time ago, and now you need to figure out where you're going next. Okay, well, can I roll something? Well, you certainly can. The Pathfinder, in this case, rolls for bushcraft. Bushcraft. Yeah, I have that. I have 5. Ooh, well, that's not good. And what happens if I don't make it? Well, let's find out. That's 14. Yeah, that means that you suffer a mishap on your journey. Not a mishap. A large swarm of mosquitoes starts attacking you relentlessly and you can't seem to escape them. That really sucks, pun intended. And everyone in the party get the condition angry. Me. Mosquitoes. For more mishaps that can happen to your party, read more on page 120 in the core rulebook. Now, let's move on to scenario 3. Boom, cave.
What?
You're in a cave, a dungeon. What happened to the mosquitoes? Oh, we've moved away from that for the sake of this tutorial. I'm still angry as hell though. Sure, but you and your party, you find yourselves on a quest. Let's say you've been tasked to explore a hidden area in search of a mysterious item. After days of traveling, you finally see it. A menacing and haunted ruin that sits on a hilltop. Fortunately, you seem to have found abandoned dungeons that runs underneath the ruin, which is a secret passageway in to them. So as you get closer to the opening of this cave-like dungeon, well, what do? What do you mean, what do I do? I mean, this seems like a horrible idea. Yes, but your character isn't a weak-ass coward like yourself. She's an adventurer. She's excited about this. What would she do right now if she was just about to enter this cave? Well, is there anything that looks dangerous? Good instinct, but be more specific. Like guards? Are there like guards, monsters? Is there anything like written on the wall that says do not enter? You don't notice any guards or monsters, but you do notice runes and scribbles all over the walls. They look like circles, similar to eyes, and they look very, very old. Can I roll something here? I feel like I can myths and legends to see if I can recall anything about these runes. Hell yeah, go ahead. Oh, sweet. I rolled a 2. Well, okay then. You crushed it. You instantly remember that these exact signs, they were in a book that you just read. And as you continue to read, following these wall scribbles with your torch, the darkness around you, it starts to feel very suffocating. It's getting closer and closer to you. And then you remember, yeah, these scribbles, they're bad news. It means she is watching. Wait, who's watching? And that's the end of this tutorial. What? And now you've gone through a couple of scenarios that might happen to you as you explore the world of Dragonbane. I hope this little teaser made you excited, so be safe out there and avoid the mosquitoes. They suck.